Hi everyone, welcome back again. So now that you know all about the AI agents that we have created for all the Gen Zs out there, let's dig a little deeper into how we have actually created them. So first things first, once you log into your TAS account, this is the sort of place where you land up at. All you have to do here is create a new chatbot by clicking on this button. And once you do that, this is the sort of backend where you land up at. Now, this is where all the magic happens. And as you will see in this video, through as I take you through the entire journey of how we have created these four AI agents, you'll see that there is not a lot of difference in the structure of these AI agents in the backend, but there is one particular parameter that is completely different where all the magic is happening. And we'll delve deeper into that just in a bit. So once you land here, all you have to do is start with add a gambit. And once you click on that, you'll see that this is a sort of a gambit that is created. Now, don't get intimidated by the word gambit. Think of it as just one part of a conversation flow. This is just one block of your conversation, right? So, imagine that this entire AI agent is just created within two blocks, right? And how cool is that? So, let me show you how we have actually created them. So first things first is a welcome gambit, right? The first block of the conversation. And as you can see, this is here we have chosen the basic gambit, and you'll see where you can choose different options just in a bit. So here you will see all the initial messages that you first saw when I opened the gambit. And this is the professional email writer, which is one of my personal favorite for all the Gen Zs out there. And these are the welcome messages that you'll see that will help you understand what this particular AI agent is doing, right? And as you can see, all the messages are added here. Now, this is where all the magic happens. As you can see, this is the AI Q&A Prime Gambit. And once you click here, the first one was basic one, and now next we have chosen the AI Q&A. And this is where all the magic happens, right? This is the second block and the most crucial block of this AI agent. So here you can see the structure of the gambit is a bit different, and the only part we have focused on is adding a prompt. Let me show you. So as you can see, this is the prompt that we have created that is basically responsible for the entire functioning of that AI agent. I mean, how cool is that? Just this one prompt is handling everything that you see in the front end. So as you can see, in the first few bits, we have added what is the purpose. So it's a sympathetic and friendly AI assistant for all the Gen Z and Gen Alpha users. It will help them create professional emails, right? And here you can see that every parameter or what you see in the front end is added in detail. So from tone and style to conversation flow to what is the step two is to sympathize and clarify. Like you saw in the in the earlier video, it asks you about, hey, what are you going through? If you're frustrated, don't feel hesitant to just drop your feelings there. And this is where that particular bit comes from. And as you go deeper into it, there is strategic refinement. So every time you do give an input or the email or the final email is created, it asks you that if you want to refine it, if you want to tweak it. And as you delve deeper into this, you'll see that everything is detailed step by step. So once it knows the reason, what you're trying to communicate, it knows and understands the frustration that you're going through, it crafts a professional email. And this is where the entire thing is happening. Let me take you to another one to make it more clear for you. So this one was for the professional email writer. Now if you go to the speech maker, you can see that it's all through the same structure, right? But again, the difference is with the prompt. right? Of course, there will be some changes that you'll see in the introduction message itself, because with each AI agent, the purpose of the AI agent is changing. So you'll see difference in the basic welcome messages also. But this is which will change the complete function of the prompt, right? So even in this case, you can see that from email writing, it has to craft speeches now. And what will change is also how it's going to take you through that step by step journey of creating a speech, right? And as you can see here, right? So once the speech is created, right? So this will show you the part that how the speech is going to be created. So it has to transform their raw ideas into a polished and impactful speech. The speech should be clear, engaging, and aligned with their objectives. And that's the reason that every time anybody lands on the chatbot, no matter how different their thoughts are, their requirements are, the topic of the speech is, it will always be able to create content that is consistent in tone, that is clear, that is engaging, because it's specifically written in the instructions, right? And after the speech is created, you can see that there is a difference in if you want to tweak the final output, and it specifies that make sure they feel confident and satisfied with the speech before they deliver. So that is again a very critical parameter of this prompt, because the speech should just depict your words and nobody else's, and that is specified in this prompt, right? So you see that with each prompt, the purpose of the AI agent is changing, the conversation flow is changing, what they're meant to do is changing. Now let's go into a slightly different space where the purpose is to create campaigns. Now that's pretty different from like creating a speech or an email. It deals it deals with different parameters altogether. So let's see what's the difference here. And as you can see, we ourselves have used some Gen, uh, Gen Alpha, Gen Z language, which is you have to create marketing campaigns that slaps. Your job is to guide them through the process in a fresh and relatable way. And as you can see, if I go down, the conversation flow is thoroughly defined, which is what is understanding the purpose and the goal of the campaign. And as you can see, there are multiple examples also added, which will give the AI agent more context into how the conversation should go. As you can see within the conversation flow, also, for each step, there are added different examples. And once the goal is specified, you need to know about the audience and the competitors. And then finally, you have to create relatable content. So, as you can see, here also, the structure is very different because it delves deeper into how to engage the audience, how to present the plan. And there are multiple examples also added for the conversation to take place, right? Now, if you go to the final one, which is a blog writer, right? So, in this case, it goes a little more extensive because the content that is being created is slightly more extensive. So in this case, it is very important that you know about the product that are being compared, right? So that is the step one, which has been specified very clearly. As you can see in the conversation flow itself, it's a step by step process of how the conversation should go, right? What's the first parameter that needs to be taken into consideration, and that is the product. And also here you can see that there are a lot of examples also added, and for the AI agent to be clear about what the conversation flow should be, how it should react, how it should react to even a curveball, it's very necessary to add a lot of examples so it has more context into what the conversation is going to look like. Right, and after that, it asks about parameters, then it creates a table for you to have a look at if there needs to be some final changes to it, it needs to be fine tuned. Post that, once everything is finalized, it will give you title and CTA options. It will try to understand your target audience, the tone you're trying to achieve, better. It will also understand that if you want it to be in first voice or third voice. And once that is done, it finally comes to creating a comparison block, right? So you can see that in all of these four, the thing that creates the maximum amount of difference is the prompt within it. Now, if you're really interested in learning how to create these prompts and how it actually functions and delve deeper into it, we have done a webinar recently where we break down the entire journey of how to create a prompt and what should be the initial idea, what should be the personality of the AI agent, what should be the structure of the prompt. And if you want to learn all of these, you can find the webinar on our YouTube channel, and you'll get a much thorough idea about how to create your own prompts. As you see that all the heavy lifting here in all of these AI agents, while the structure is similar, there is a stark difference in the prompts, which creates all the difference of what you see in the front end, right? And this brings us to the end of it. If you have any doubts, or if you have some ideas that you want us to work on, you can ping us on our Discord channel, and we will happily get back to you. And that brings us to the end of it. Thank you.